everybody. I can't tell you how thrilled we are to have you all here for our first panel discussion. Tonight's topic is the future of women's health, a call to action. My name is Jane Ludwig, and I am the chair of the Education Committee of the Fund for Women and Girls. And as I said, we're thrilled that you're here. We have a great panel tonight. We're going to have information shared, discussion, and it should be a positive night. Just so you know, my background is also in healthcare. I am a nurse. I still have my active license and have spent my whole career working in healthcare, education, and addressing women's issues. So this is a very important topic for all of us, and especially myself. I would like to introduce to you Julie Gertler, who is the chair of the Fund for Women and Girls. And Julie has been a longtime advocate for women's health. She comes to us in her professional career from LA, where she has established the Women's Center in LA, has worked in advocacy in the community, and has also managed and been involved in political campaigns. So I'm going to hand the microphone to Julie to set the stage for tonight's event. And again, thank you all for being here.
Well, you know, we were wondering if we were going to give a party and nobody would come, and so we're really pleased to see you all, and we know this is an important topic. 8 years ago, somebody had an idea that this community needed a fund for women and girls, and that was Debbie Steele over there, who probably most of you know. And I had the tough job of following her after 8 years, and I'm really excited that this year we decided to have a focus, and that focus is women's health. So not only are our education programs about it, but the grant, the annual grant that we give will also be about women's health. I want to introduce a couple of people. Most of you know that the Fund for Women and Girls is part of the Jefferson County, well, I should say the Jefferson Community Foundation, which just took the county out of its name but still serves the county. We are a fund as part of the foundation. I'd like to introduce Doug Van Allen, who's an officer of the foundation. I'd also like to introduce the executive director of the Port Townsend Film Festival, who's been a great supporter of the Fund for Women and Girls.
Well, thank you, Julie. It's really an honor to be a part of the important work that you do. And I just wanted to remind you all that this weekend is the Women's Film Festival. Excellent. I hope you can all be there. And those of you who don't have passes, it's not quite too late. But if you did not get a pass, if you come to the Rose Theater on Saturday morning about 9:30, there may be rush tickets available for certain screenings. I want to completely thank a number of folk, and one of the most important is in the back of the room, our friend Gary Engbrecht. Gary is... He's our technical wizard, and the reason that you will all be able to hear one another speaking tonight, and there will be microphones for you to ask questions and actually hear the question as well as the answer. And your answers will come from this amazing panel. There's one more person in the audience that I want to thank, and that is Denise Banker. Denise works for the Jefferson County Health Department. We're screening a film about girls in third world countries who are under a great deal of pressure, and that film is called Drawing the Tiger. So in addition to the screening during the Women's Film Festival, we'll be doing a free screening thanks to Denise's important work at the Jefferson County Library at 5:30 on Monday night. So if you have any interest in suicide prevention and understanding the incredible pressures in third world countries on families and girls, you might want to see that film. So thank you. We're very proud to have Our sponsorship from you guys, the Fund for Women and Girls, makes it possible for us to show films like Equal Means Equal, the Equal Rights Amendment film that's showing on Sunday morning with Kamala Lopez, fresh from the UN, speaking from International Women's Day. So thank you so much, Julie.
Being fairly new to Port Townsend, it's really exciting to see the interactions and the collaboration between and among every institution and as well as the people. We have a model tonight in Wearable Art. This is Terry Nomura.
We want you to come to the Wearable Art Show, so buy your tickets. Well, just go on brown paper tickets online brown paper tickets and punch in Port Townsend Wearable Art and it'll come up. Buy your tickets.
And now on to the future of women's health. I would like to introduce you to our panel. The way that we put the panel together is we wanted to have providers from Jefferson County who deal with the services and issues of providing health care to women in the county. And we also wanted it to be across the lifespan age spectrum. So when we looked at who to invite to be on our panel, we wanted to include people who dealt with women and girls from young ages to my age. How's that? That's probably a good way to say that. So I would like to give a brief introduction to our panel members, and I'll just go down the line here. Jane Albee is a women's health nurse practitioner, and she is with Jefferson Healthcare. And Jane, I believe your bio said that you have been here in the peninsula for 20 years? 27. 27 years, and so knows the Jefferson County well. When I asked people to submit their bios, one of the things that just really stood out for me with Jane was that she included a kind of as an afterthought, a last sentence that said, I own one of the first copies of the book, Our Bodies, Ourselves, from the 1970s. So what better qualification is there?
Okay, thank you. And this panel is so perfect in timing with the opening of our new clinic. We're really excited about this. We've been trying to get this going for years. And one of the problems has been the lack of a physician in the community. We have great practitioners who address women's health needs, but we have not had a surgeon for several years that could provide surgical services for women. So we now have a new OBGYN physician who took the place of Dr. Ed Shapiro, who's here. He followed Dr. Palmer, who started a women's clinic back around 2005. But for the past several years, we've been without a specialty physician. So this is a really exciting time for us. As far as talking about midlife health issues, my background was originally with pregnant teenagers in Florida, and I actually had a little school-based pregnant teenager clinic years ago, and then worked in college health. But when I came to the peninsula, I looked around and went, oh, I need to learn something different. And I became a menopause practitioner through the North American Menopause Society. Because as women go through midlife changes, they really need some help in understanding what's going on and how to address those issues. And so it's really wonderful that we have this new women's clinic where we can address those needs as well as the needs of the younger population. I think that women have a lot of specific health things that they don't always even talk about with each other, such as pelvic floor problems, bladder function, bowel function, sexual health. And so this clinic helps people address those very personal matters in a very personal space that's safe. And we also emphasize a lot of education in those areas. I think I agree with everybody here that the future of healthcare depends a lot on the Affordable Care Act. So even though we live in this great community, in this great state, what happens at a federal level will affect all of us. And I think that as a society, we need to decide whether healthcare is a right. Is it something to be provided, such as education, firefighting, police, or is it something that's just put on the individual to find? I think most of us know that our healthcare system is pretty much a business model. It's not really a care system as much as it is a for-profit business model with pharmaceutical industry, insurance companies all wanting a piece of the money pie. So I think until we as a society embrace the fact that healthcare is something that everyone is entitled to, we have a big problem. And the best way to go forward is for everyone to be active in advocating for health care for everybody and keeping the Affordable Care Act in place and expanded. So as far as what people can do here locally is to continue to advocate your legislators. As far as what you can do for us in our new women's clinic that we're excited about, it would be really great to hear from the community as to what you would like us to offer you. We're hoping to put on some menopause talks, sexual health talks, and other things. So it would be great to partner with the foundation as an advisory board, perhaps, to let us know what you would like to see from us. So I want to leave time for discussion, so that's...
Thank you.